Hey everybody, it's Brian, and on the internet I go by Kinda Spoony. Today we're going to be talking about hypermobility and manhood and the warrior's path. This is an updated video series for he, him, and them. Last year I made the hypermobility guide for he, him, and them, which is available here on TikTok and on YouTube. And so this year I'm just going to update it, go through some things that have changed in my life, some things that I've learned, and pass that knowledge on to you guys. So from May 2024 to May 2025, this journey has been about more than joints, pain, or diagnosis. It's been a year of mental, emotional, and relational transformation. This monologue series reflects that journey, guided by lived experience, shaped by scholarly integrity, and informed by the guiding principles that were instilled in me throughout my life. The lens is male, but the heart is universal. So what is hypermobility? A man's introduction to HSD and hEDS. Let me ask you something. Have you ever bent your thumb to your forearm or felt like your body could do things that others couldn't? For years, I thought that was a party trick. Turns out, a lot of things that I thought were just quirks are actually signs of a deeper story I didn't know that I was living. So this is chapter 1 of the Hypermobility Guide for he, him, and them. And if you're a man, transmasc, or non-binary person who's been told to tough it out, this is especially for you. So let's break it down. What is hypermobility? Hypermobility means your joints move beyond the normal range. It can be a cool trick, but it can also be a source of chronic pain, injuries, and fatigue. There are two main terms you need to know: Hypermobility Spectrum Disorder and Hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. Both of these conditions affect your connective tissue, and many people think that they're actually the same. Your connective tissue is the stuff that holds you together. Your collagen, tendons, ligaments. Imagine your joints are being held together by rubber bands that are just a little too loose. And that's what living with HSD or hEDS can feel like. Symptoms, especially in men, include chronic joint pain. By chronic, we mean more than 1 to 3 months of pain in the same joint that isn't getting better. And really, if you have EDS, it may be multiple joints. And it may be that you don't even realize that you're having frequent dislocations or sprains. You may think that you just roll your ankle. That may be what you call it. Or you have a trick shoulder. Maybe that's how you know it. But those are actually signs. We also have soft, stretchy skin. If you've been complimented on your skin being so soft, it's almost weird how soft your skin is. Yeah, that's a sign, buddy. Fatigue that sleep doesn't fix. Listen, most people don't need to worry about planning an extra night of sleep and a day after to recover before a big event. If that's you, there's something going on. You need to get checked out by a doctor. It could be a vitamin thing. It could be a metabolism thing. It could be a hypermobility thing. You don't know. It's not normal. Get it checked out. Okay. And then the last thing that I'm going to leave it on is digestive and cardiovascular issues. Okay. So for digestive stuff, if you've got IBS, that's a sign. I thought that it was normal to have loose stool every day. Just didn't know. That was my normal. It wasn't until I got diagnosed that I found out, oh, there's something more to the story. Okay. Same thing with cardiovascular issues. All right. We frequently have POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. What happens is that you stand up and your brain gets starved of oxygenated and you can pass out. What it looks like is you get stars over your eyes. It looks like you stood up too fast. That's what it feels like. I thought that I just stood up too fast every single time I stood up, because every time I stood up, I saw stars. If that's you, that's not normal. Okay, you probably have POTS. And there's things that we can do to help you. Here's the kicker. Many men don't get diagnosed. Why? Because we're told to push through, to tough it out. And when we do seek help, we're often dismissed, told it's all in our head and that we're just anxious, or worse, that we're lazy. So my story, right? I served in the Marine Corps. I prided myself on grit, on showing up. But eventually my body started sending signals I couldn't ignore. Chronic fatigue, pain, dislocations. And one day, a question from a general that I really admire. He sat me down and he looked me in the eye and he said, "How's your spirit, warrior?" And I realized I wasn't okay in that moment. It was the start of this journey that you're seeing now. So why does this series matter? Because this condition is real. Because men have been left out of this conversation. And because you deserve to know what's happening in your body. If you see yourself in this story, stick around. We're going deeper. Before we get to chapter 2, I want you to take a second and think about this prompt that I have for you. Have you ever brushed off chronic pain or injury because you thought it was just part of being a man? And like I said before, I'm talking maybe you've got a bum ankle, a trick shoulder, and your back is messed up, but you can't find anybody that can figure out what's wrong with you. They all say you're healthy as a horse. Listen, asking for help, if that's you, isn't weakness, it's awareness, okay? Keep watching and maybe I can help you. I hope I can.